How's it going, everybody? In this video I'm going to be dropping analysis. I'm going to be dropping some analysis on Nasdaq, because pretty much it's been long since I dropped a video for you guys, because I've been away for quite some time in the markets, especially trading Nasdaq and other indices. I've been trying to work on myself. I've been trying to work on my skills to trade these markets, and so I'll be able to provide some quality content for you guys. As you know, I'm a person who likes to provide quality content, and I just love it when everybody wins in the markets. I love it when everybody eats in the markets, because I believe that as people we must be united. I believe that as people we must be able to help each other, and I also believe in the fact that I won't be losing my shine, if I'm providing something to you guys, something that you need. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you share this video, drop a like, drop a comment if you can, because I promise you at the end of this video you're gonna leave this channel with some knowledge. Gonna leave this channel with some quality knowledge. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So let's jump straight into our Nasdaq analysis for the coming week, of which is the 1st of November, and I trust that everybody is going to vote, because voting is important, guys. Voting is important. Don't doubt the power of placing your vote in that ballot box. So make sure you're going to be voting tomorrow for your favorite political party, because this thing is going to be benefiting your kids in the future. It's going to be benefiting you in the future. You understand? So let's jump straight into the analysis. So we're looking at Nasdaq on the weekly time frame. So let us zoom out completely just so we can see the overall trend of Nasdaq. So the overall trend of Nasdaq, as you all know, it is bullish. There's no argument, it is bullish. And the reason why I say it is bullish is because as you all know, in a bullish market, there's higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. And another higher high and another higher low. Higher high, higher low. You understand? So basically, in the bullish markets, we're expecting the market to be breaking the higher highs and creating further higher highs and further higher lows. So for example, this is our higher high. The market broke the higher high and created another higher high over there and another higher low. So basically, that's how we see if the market is in a bullish trend. Vice versa for a bearish trend. Lower high and lower low. Lower high and lower low. You understand? So what I've done so far, guys, I've drawn my supports and resistance, of which we're not going to be focusing on. We're not going to be focusing on is it. We're not going to be focusing on all of these is it. Sorry, we're not going to be focusing on all of these is it. All of these in the past, we're not going to be focusing on is it, because if Nasdaq was to come back here, it would take like weeks and months. You understand? So we're not going to be focusing on these as yet. We're just going to be focusing on the current market price and what the market is doing currently. You understand? So we have our directional bias on Nasdaq, of which it is bullish on the weekly time frame. So that's our direction. We understand now that Nasdaq is in a bullish direction. You understand? It is trending to the upside. So what do we do, guys? We drop down to the daily time frame. You understand? We drop down to the daily time frame. Okay, we see on the daily time frame the market is creating higher highs and higher lows, same as the weekly time frame. You understand? So that is our confirmation that Nasdaq is in a bullish trend. That's our confirmation that Nasdaq is in a bullish trend. So we're just gonna plot our channel, our bullish channel over there. Our bullish channel is plotted, so we can understand where the market is going and what we should be expecting for next week. So basically, guys, when I do this, I don't just analyze just to trade. I don't trade my analysis. I trade only setups. Understand what I'm saying? So analysis is done on the higher time frames, and we only find setups on the lower time frames like the H1, M30, and the M15, and also the M5 sometimes. So let us continue going down to the H4 time frame. Let me just adjust my trend line for accuracy over there. Yeah, so like I've been telling you guys, I don't trade on the daily time frame because I'm not a swing trader. You know, I'm also not a scalper, but then I'm just a midday trader. You know, I just trade and exit at the end of the day. Make sure that I've exited all my positions at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So let's go back to the weekly time frame. So I want to show you guys something. The market hasn't entirely broken this high over there. The market hasn't entirely broken this high over there. This is a high. You understand? This is a higher high. You know, so this is our previous zone. This is our previous zone. This is our zone that we're gonna be focusing on Nasdaq this week. This is the most important zone. This is the most important zone. You understand? So the zone is also there on the H4 time frame. The zone is also there on the H4 time frame. Yeah. Here's our zone. Yeah. All of this is our zone on the H4 time frame. If the market fails to go below this and continues shooting up, you're still gonna be looking for buys. If the market goes below this line over there and it also goes below our trend line over there, you're gonna be looking for selling opportunities. But then for now, the market hasn't done that as yet, so we're just gonna be looking for buying opportunities. You understand? So let us see if we can find some proper setups for tomorrow. If we don't find setups, it's gonna be cool. We're just gonna wait for the next day, and so forth. So let me just drop down to the H1 time frame and focus on what is happening right now. So the H1 time frame is giving me like a couple of zones. So let me just draw out all the zones here. Let me just draw all the zones just so you guys can be clear on what is happening in the markets right now. You know, here's our first zone over there, and here's our second zone over there. There's our second zone over there. I'm sorry, this is taking a bit of time, guys, because I'm analyzing using my phone, so everything is gonna be taking some time. Okay, sweet. Here's our zone over there. I'm saying this is a zone because the market broke this high. It broke this high. This high was broken, and also this high was broken by this impulse move. This high was broken by this impulse move, and this one was broken by this impulse move, creating our zones. As you can see, impulse move, high was broken, the market came back to retest the zone. You understand? So now we're expecting the market to break this high and come back to retest this zone over there. This zone over there. Let me just draw it. Let me just draw it for you guys. We're expecting the market to retest this zone. This is the zone that we're looking at on the H1 time frame, because as you all know, I'm a midday trader. So this is our zone that we're focusing on for next week. If the market comes back to retest this zone, we're gonna expecting buys from this area. You understand? But if the market breaks this zone and goes below, let me just pause, guys. I need to check something real quick. So I'm gonna just pause the video here and I'm gonna come back like now. Yeah. Okay, let's go back, guys. So because you already know that Nasdaq is in a bullish trend, you already know that you're gonna be looking for buys. It's gonna be impossible for Nasdaq to come back down here like just like that. It's gonna take time for Nasdaq to come back down there. So for now, we're gonna be looking for buying opportunities on Nasdaq. And so let me show you what the market is giving us on the M15 time frame. Sounds like I'm babbling right now, guys. I don't know what I'm saying as well. I'm confused. So we're looking for setups. What I mean by setups is if the market comes back to this zone, to this area, I'm looking for buying opportunities to the upside because this high has been broken. The market needs to exhaust and come back to this area, to this zone, and break this high again. Once it breaks this high, it's going to need to come back to this area, you understand, and break the previous high again, furthermore continuing to the upside. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So that's going to be our setup for next week on Nasdaq. That's what I'm expecting for Nasdaq, the market to come back to this area and continue going up and continue going furthermore to the upside. You understand? Scenario number 2, what might happen on Nasdaq is this is what might happen on Nasdaq. Let me just show you quickly. Because the market hasn't really entirely broken this high on the daily time frame, the market hasn't entirely broken this high on the weekly time frame, we can expect for Nasdaq to bounce from the very same high. We can expect for Nasdaq to bounce from the very same high, and then it might go down. You understand? Doing what? Breaking our higher highs and breaking our higher lows, creating lower lows and lower highs, of which our sentimental for Nasdaq is going to be changing. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to drop another video tomorrow just to show you what's happening on Nasdaq. For next week I'm going to be dropping multiple videos on Nasdaq and other indices, just so you guys can get a clear view of what is happening in the markets, and you won't be that much confused. You understand? So I'm going to drop another video tomorrow since it's Monday and it's a holiday. So make sure you're going to check that out. Make sure you check that out, and it's going to be giving you valuable information. I'm going to be explaining everything from scratch. What I've just showed you today, I'm going to be explaining from scratch, because as you also can hear, like, I'm also babbling, so I don't know what I'm saying myself, you understand? But then I'm sure everybody understood what I've been trying to tell you today. So make sure you check out tomorrow's video, and yeah, that's just about it for today, guys. I'm gonna drop another video tomorrow. Make sure you check that out. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.